There we go. Welcome to my new shop. As some of you guys know, I started my business in Columbus, Ohio. It started off in a friend's house in his second bedroom. That split apart, and then we moved it into my dining room. Some of you guys remember this part of the journey. It was bonkers. We had to sell our dining table, sell a few other things, and I was full-fledged running a business out of our dining room. Every time you had to go to the bedroom, the bathroom, the kitchen, the living room, you had to cross through this shop. And it was interesting, and my wife put up with a lot of loud noises, a lot of sounds, constant printing, watching TV with printing in the background. It was, like I said, it was bonkers. After my wife and I decided to move to Denver, Colorado, we found a place that had a basement that was sufficient to get me off to the next point, and mostly so that it's not up in our face every single day, and it was a basement. Some of you might also remember this journey from Instagram, me doing my point of view lamination videos. These were fun. I loved doing these videos, and it's honestly what's gotten my business to this point as far as social goes. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see that basement do what I needed it to do. It was our first place in Denver, and we loved it, but then eventually I outgrew the basement. Once I outgrew the basement, I started looking for warehouse spaces because I had 3 machines down there, a shipping station and a computer station. Also bonkers. So I got a warehouse, but as some of you also might remember, it wasn't my own warehouse. It was a co-warehousing space. This was an amazing opportunity for me specifically. I wanted to work with as many businesses in Denver as possible. This place was my own separate little sticker oasis, and then all surrounding me was a bunch of other businesses. I made some really good friends at that place, got tons of business from that place, and that place was awesome. It's called Flex Etc. They have one here in Denver, but they also have them throughout the country. So check those out, they're super cool. So about 8 months after being at Flex Etc., my wife and I started looking at homes. This is something that we've been wanting to do for a while now, and we've decided that Denver is our home, and it was time. So we flew out the idea, what if I just take Sticker Shuttle back home? What if we found a place that has a detached shop that I can run Sticker Shuttle out of? We both started thinking, this is actually a solid idea because I was paying almost $15,000 a year towards someone else. And yeah, I had a lot of business connections, a lot of friends made there, but I'm still going to be friends with them. I'm still going to do business with them. I'm still going to run events there. So I'm not totally disconnected from that place. Instead of putting $15,000 towards someone else's payment, why not put it towards my own house? So that's what we did. All right, so enough of all the cinematic shots. Those are just fun for me to do, but let's do a quick shop overview. You guys have seen the ones in the past. You've seen what I've added in the past. Let's do a quick overview for the people who haven't seen it. This is where I do all of the design. This is where I do all of the proofing, the software, the rip, the print, everything. It's all on this computer. A lot of people like to have separate computers for the shop. I like to have it all in one. I like it to be cohesive. Then again, it's just me in the shop. So if you have multiple people, I understand having multiple computers, setting up for different machines, whatnot. But I'm running everything off of this right here. Next up, I'm gonna flip this around. This is the GraphTech FC9000, the 160 model, so it can cut up to 64 inches. I'll go over a video showing all of my settings to show how to cut stickers, but it's fairly easy. It all comes down to the material that you have and the settings that you have in here. Now, everyone always asks me, what's your settings? Tell me what your settings are. I'll show you, but it doesn't mean that they're going to work for your material. Everyone's material is different. For perf cut, I have it on the CB09 U+0 tool. The speed, anywhere between 40 to 70. For force, I do about 25, sometimes 31 if it's thicker material. Same thing for the tool. Same thing for the speed. And then the force, I dropped down to 15. Another aspect to know is how deep is your blade, right? So on here, you can adjust the blade, all right? You want this blade to be sticking out the depth of your material. Every single material is different, so every single thing is gonna be different. I went ahead and I got 4 or 5 of these so that I can just have preset, because once you set this, you're good to go. So I just have a couple of these for different types of material. Over here, I got a bunch of material that is just completely unorganized still. I need to organize it, mainly because some of this I'm going to get rid of, some of it I'm going to keep. I've been having some issues with some of the material that I've been ordering, but I'm hoping the new place here fixes that. I've got a little air filter thing here just in case. I have found that this is the best way to store material because it's only taken up about 8 inches. I don't know the exact dimensions, but 8 inches here versus just stacking them all into a corner here. I mean, just walk. So maybe I'll end up putting a rack here just for the shorter materials, because the bigger materials I primarily use daily, if not weekly. So I just keep these back here. So as you can see, this is very efficient because first step, I print it, take it off the roll, mount the roll onto the laminator, take the roll off of the re-roll machine back here, take it right here, cut off any excess that's on the top from the laminate if there is any, just to keep the Graphtec from sticking. As you can see here, no matter what you do, you're always gonna have a tiny bit of overhang, and that will eventually build up. So I try to cut as much of it off as possible right here. Then I bring it over here and I cut it. And as I cut it, I just stack them on here. I roll this over here and just put them on here. Once I put them on here, I normally have this scale counter. I'll bring it over here, count it, put it in stacks. Once I have it in stacks, then I come over here and I have this new Linsenfield heat sealer, impulse sealer. It's very nice, feels like a very good build. I've went through 2 of these already, not this brand, but 2 other cheapo ones. And I was like, let me spend some more money on this. So far, this thing has been amazing. I only put it together this morning, but I tested it on about 15 different packages or so. So I have this from Uline. This is just, it's closed on this side, open on this side, and then you heat. You put your stickers in here, clamp it down. I'll show you. Clamp it down. That seals it essentially. And then you just do that again. Then you bring it over here and you have a heat gun that you just set to a certain temperature. Turn it on. Once it's up to heat, you just shrink wrap it pretty easy. This is where I pack everything. So I've got my tape. I've got my tape here. And I'll package the box. I got a bunch of boxes down there. That's very unorganized. I've got these little drawers just full of things, grommets and gadgets. I need to really organize this, but these are super cool. These are on Amazon for like 25 bucks or so. I've got 3 of those. I was going to line them up here, but it doesn't make as much sense. Maybe I'll put another one here instead of the red one. This is the shop. I am really enjoying the flow of it. I'm enjoying having my own spot. I'm enjoying having ceiling fans, recessed lighting, heat and AC. So yeah, that's the full shop tour. That's the full shop update. I plan to do so much more, but if you guys have any ideas on what I can do to make this shop a little bit more personable, let me know in the comments. I would love to see your guys' feedback. If you guys have any tips on things I need to fix or improve or look out for, please just let me know in the comments, because I love reading your guys' feedback. This has been super surreal to be able to have my own shop, my own place to call mine. And as a first-time home buyer, it's also weird because my wife and I are like, this is ours. Like, this is crazy. Like, we own this. I'm super excited though to dive in and make this place my own. You guys will see updates. Some things I won't update you on, and you'll just see it in the next video, which is pretty fun. And if you do see something that you've noticed as an update since this video, point it out. I think it's like little Easter eggs. And I'll put things throughout the videos, but I appreciate all of you guys watching. If you haven't yet, and if you are a print shop owner or a sticker shop owner or a banner, or if you're looking to get into stickers, we actually have a community on skool.com called the Sticker Society. We've got about 120 or so people in it. It's a small community, but everyone wants to help out. Everyone joins and they communicate, they troubleshoot, and it's not full of bots. You know, a lot of times you join these Facebook groups, there's just so many bots and people trying to sell stuff or whatever the case is, and that's not the case here. It's just a bunch of cool sticker shop owners who want to help each other. So if you are interested in that, I actually put that link in the description. You can join that. But for now, if you like this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, whatever works for you, whatever you feel comfortable doing. But yeah, until next time.